Hello and welcome to the New Age Geek channels. If you're new here, we build an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fate to sober D&D campaign set in the critical world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. What's up, Fists?
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Just a friendly little reminder that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are growing together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you absolutely fucking can. All you got to do is subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels and make sure to join our Discord, where you'll find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. And chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. Another little friendly reminder is that the best way to help us out is with engagement. So we'd greatly appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to let these platforms know to share us with everybody else. Beyond that, we have posts going up on Twitter, on TikTok, and on Instagram. So if you are on those platforms, make sure to follow us for more geeky goodness.
Twitch Prime is free if you already have Amazon Prime. That awards you a 1-month subscription to any channel on Twitch. Once per month, you need to go in and resubscribe to that channel at no additional cost. Just link your accounts and click subscribe with Prime on that channel. If you're feeling charitable, please subscribe on Twitch and YouTube, perhaps gift subscriptions to others, cheer using bits, donate via PayPal, check out our merch shop, and subscribe to our Patreon. Lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor for the New Age Geeks, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions.
Speaking of... Hold on, making sure my camera's working here. I think we're losing me a little bit here.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you're gone.
Yeah.
Well, if you enjoy the music we have going on here on the New Age Geeks channel, we highly recommend checking out the SonCraft bot. The SonCraft bot allows you to play open source community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with only a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. With their pro level subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40 plus music genres and 20 plus soundscape types, and global genre selections and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But if you use our referral code NAG, N-A-G, it will get you $2 off of your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the SonCraft bot of your choosing, and then just hit play and let SonCraft take care of the rest.
I don't know why my other camera is not working, but we're back. So I'm just gonna...
I got you.
Thank you, darling. You're the best.
I know.
Fucking Slay Queen. That all being said, happy Pride Month, everybody. I was hoping our amazing gem was going to be able to do this, but they are still getting ready for tonight's show, so you got to deal with me. That being said, we have launched several new Pride merch. As I get it all set up here for you. There we go. All right, so there is the link for all of the new merch. We have the Chaotic Queer, Chaotic Gay, and Chaotic Lesbian shirts that are now up and available. We also have our Queer and Presently Dangerous in honor of our amazing show ran by the one Cece. We also have the Chaotic Bisexual, which has been out for a little bit now, that has all the options for you if you want to go ahead and get stickers, t-shirts, cups, mugs, everything. And as far as our character line is concerned, you have the Clover All Over print tote and the Finnick Reborn embroidered bomber jacket, not to mention the Whisper Forest Druid leggings. And then you have our traditional, our last year's Pride stuff that is up again. We've got the 2022 NAG We All Row Together Pride shirt and stickers. We've got the Pride splatter and spray shirts and stickers, and of course the Not a Mimic line that we have available now. Let me bring us back to our 5-player camera. There we go. Let's see, what else do we have here? And what am I forgetting, everyone? Because I know I'm doing something.
Nothing. Crit awards are now closed. The nominations are closed. They will be announcing all those nominated this coming Friday, the 7th. So make sure to keep an eye out for that.
Thank you, everyone, for who nominated us. We'll see if we get in. Fingers crossed. Change of schedule.
And then
there is no spell shots tomorrow. You can catch us next week with what do we got on the schedule for next week, Dom?
Who knows?
Next week we
Give me a
just
second.
have Queer and Present Danger and Investigation Check with Grace, who is a musician and player in the tabletop role-playing space. They're amazing. I met them at PAX this year. A lot of fun, awesome creator. Can't wait to interview them. We're still going to Gen Con. Just vamp until Jem gets here. Vamp. You can catch me this Thursday on Records of the Realm, where I will be playing a Daggerheart one-shot for a charity, which is something, I don't know. Check Records of the Realm for all their charity information, because they're doing a bunch of charities, and I'm playing on a few games, one of which is Daggerheart, and I'm also playing on Glitter Hearts, where I'm going to be playing a person who turns into the Jersey Devil as his glitter power. So that's just going to be, it's like a Sailor Moon type game where that's going to be something.
The Jersey Devil. Okay.
We're all cryptids. So the premise is all of our sailor powers are cryptids. So there's like the Loch Ness Monster, the Jersey Devil. I forget what everyone else is playing. But that should be fun.
I hope somebody plays Mothman.
Oh, 100%. Like Mothman is essential to the cryptids.
Yeah.
But
especially during Pride Month.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome, Jem. Do you have anything? Because am I forgetting stuff?
No.
Okay.
There's going to be more merch being released in the next couple of weeks. So.
Keep an eye out. We're going to try and post some of them up on social media and get a little thing going on social media so you can catch them there too with the links and descriptions and all that. That being said, let's dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. And we're into it. Okay, so picking up where we last left off, and remind me a little bit about the beginning of the episode last week, because I'm having a little foggy. You guys,
we geared up at the Iron Fang Citadel.
Frostfang Citadel. There was magic items were given. You had a little bit more of a discussion with Citrin, if I'm remembering correctly, about the actual plan for this evening.
Who's going to be there? What's going to happen?
Yeah, some more information was given out. You also received your gala outfits, as well as some magical items that you all were able to choose from. From there, you guys eventually made your way to the gala, where you were all introduced. Clover made their way over to the High Hierophant before being accosted by a halfling gentleman who asked to dance, causing Tristan some jealousy, I guess we'll say, for lack of a better term.
Mixed feelings,
thank you. But some information was released to Clover about some of the Paragons and their lineage and where they currently are, and some of the things that were happening to them in the Feywild. We also saw Finnick, Whisper, and Gormrog make their way over to the dining area of the gala, where Whisper quickly found plenty of food to stuff her face with, before the rest of you were approached by the Grand Inquisitor, in which he began to reveal some information, and you notice that there may be more enemies here than you had been prepared for, as several of the guests seem to be in sync with one another as they communicated and observed you all as this conversation took place. From there, Finnick approached her parents, specifically her mother, pressing her up against the wall, causing a bit of a scene in which the crowd parted a bit, giving you some space, though no guards had made their way over yet, and you seem to be relatively unaccosted by other guests so far, in which the conversation continued, seemingly with the same voice, or person rather, that the Grand Inquisitor spoke through. And it was revealed that the Chained Oblivion had plans for Finnick and referred to her as the Queen, or the future Queen, in this situation. And as Finnick's mother's throat was crushed, not crushed to the point of being permanently damaged, but enough that she was no longer able to speak, the voice continued through her father, and then as a third person approached, a woman who you've seen in passing at the start of this gala event with your parents, approached and picked up the line of dialogue. And that, everyone, is where we are going to pick it up as this third woman, and I don't know if I've given a description of them, so I will do so now, as a woman dressed in a stern female woman in her 30s, the steely eyes with this kind of very stern demeanor, wearing the dark black and gold uniform, adorned with the symbols of the Inquisition, though more than any other member you've seen thus far, the Grand Inquisitor included, approaches you, and you gather that this is Valeria, the High Inquisitor, as she makes her way over to all of you.
Okay.
And that is going to be where we pick up as he approaches you, and I'm trying to get some music set up. I apologize. So, darling, are you prepared to make good on your birthright?
This is the first I'm hearing about any of this. No.
Well, you've asked for this in the darkness of the night, I know. So, I mean, let's be honest here, dear. What else is there to look forward to? This is what you've asked for a long time now.
I'm sorry, what? I don't remember asking for any of
You've
this.
not reached out in the middle of the night asking for power, asking for your parents to love you, asking for all of the things that this brings? And we're really going to play dumb here.
While I won't deny I've asked for those things, but I've never asked for my parents to be mind controlled. I never asked to be a queen.
Well, you've asked for power. You've asked for the ability to gain respect, to be wanted, to be loved.
I don't think that's gonna help.
She kind of steps close to you, getting within arm's reach now, and she kind of reaches her hands out to grasp your own.
Step back. Take a step back.
Okay. What's the issue, dear?
Again, I never asked the Chained Oblivion for help.
No, but you've asked the darkness, have you? Have you not? You've asked those shadows as you sleep, whispering into the sky, hoping for something.
You mean praying?
Well, someone had to answer.
We answered. We want her. We love her. That's what she asked for, and we answered.
It's cute, dear, but I fear you are not able to give her the power that she desires.
And things can change.
Oh, well, that's for certain. We've changed them for you.
I'm just gonna take another step back and essentially look back to the party.
I'm stepping up next time.
I did not hear what
Yeah,
you
I didn't
said.
hear anything you just said.
I'm stepping up next to her.
Don, you're muted.
Donald.
And Tristan's also going to step right up with Gormy, with her, to get closer to her while the other ones walk in.
One step back is fine. 2 steps back, and that's a call for help.
Well, the future is yours, dear. You just need to grasp it. Let's say you sleep on it tonight, and when you realize that we are able to give you everything you want, everything you've desired, we're able to make sure you're accepted in the world and have a place where you are respected, you are powerful, you're able to accomplish your dreams, you're able to grasp your wants, then...
Joe?
Yeah?
Can I make a quick sweep of the room? Just glance around and see. Is everybody like locked into her mind control shenanigans, or are there people
Roll a perception.
cowering and like...
I was going to say the same thing. Can I give him an advantage and help?
Yeah, you're going to give Gormrog advantage.
Guidance.
Drama. Guidance is 3. Rolls are a 1 and a 12. Perception is +3. So 12 plus 3 is 15 plus 3 is 18.
Okay. Looking around, the vast majority of the gala have really not even paying you guys attention. They're off doing their own things. There's people mingling. The most immediate people have kind of given you a birth of space, and some of them are like looking over at you all, like, what's happening over there. And then even fewer, probably only her parents, the Grand Inquisitor, which is still over by the doorway where you guys came from, the dining hall area, are the only ones really locked in on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where was I?
I think you were about to leave.
No, I don't think I was, dear. Your curse, I mean, if you'd like, we can solve your friend's ailments as well.
What are you talking about?
She kind of steps forward towards you, Tristan. Reaches forward towards your exposed skin and kind of plucks a scale off.
Well, I was going to say, I wasn't going to let her touch me.
Okay. Well, she reaches towards the scale.
And I I just like not like in a way like aggressively. I step forward to not let her touch, but like to slap her hand away and get my eyes glow and get a little reptilian.
Also, Tristan, just as a point of order, as she reaches forward, you see your scales have kind of begun to take on their chromatic colors a little bit more, fading from that platinum with just a hue of the chromatic colors, that they're becoming more red and green and blue once more.
As the closer she gets,
We'll say it one more time.
and the closer she gets, that happens.
No. Just over time, you see them fading back into.
Oh, from being out of the temple, being from. Okay. But when she goes with lunge for me or goes to reach, I'm going to like slap her hand down and then stand my ground and my eyes glow and get a little drain.
Okay. Finnick, dear. Do you want a life besides the pain you've dealt with thus far?
I already have one.
Well, let's be honest here, dear. These people aren't going to last forever.
But they're here now, and that's what matters here.
Well, I'm here now. Or rather, we're here now. And we will
And
be
you're
here
a huge
forever.
pain in my ass.
Well, we're also the only ones who listen to you.
Hey, that's not true.
We're the only ones who've been listening thus far.
Yeah,
granted
spying
your
is
wish.
different than listening.
Well, we've granted this wish, and she points towards your parents. You have loving parents now. That's because of us. You have power in your blood. That's because of us. Do you want a future in which you can protect your friends? That will also be with us.
I think
I
you can
sort of-
take this power and shove it up your ass.
Okay, dear. That's
I sort of look down at my hand where I have breathe written on it. Just take a huge inhale. I think this conversation is over.
It's fine, dear. As you command.
Then leave.
She gives a slight bow. We'll be seeing you again. She steps back and melds back into the crowd. Your parents turn towards you. Daughter, we love you.
Can I
We hope to see you again soon.
can I do like an insight check? I'm trying to figure out if like this mind control is like from like magic or like if it's like one of those like star spawn situations.
Roll an Arcana check?
Arcana?
Yeah.
Are they
Ooh,
affected
not my
by a
best,
spell, or are they affected by a leech?
but I will give myself guidance. For a total of 16.
Okay. It's really hard to tell without giving them like an examination or using some sort of spell. You're just looking at them. You're not going to be able to tell how they're possessed.
I'm gonna say to Gormarug in his head, if I hug him and search for those star spawns, do you think that'd be a good idea?
I honestly don't know. But when was the last time you got to hug your dad?
That's true. That is true. I'm going to walk towards my dad with like insinuating a hug.
Mhm.
But during this hug, I would like to kind of
Pat him
see
down.
if there are any, yeah, like a stealthy pat down, if that's possible.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a. What do you want to use to do this?
Like investigation.
Okay. Let's give you a quick investigation check as you kind of run your hands down across him. As you go to hug him, he hugs you back and kind of pulls you in close. And he holds you, and his head kind of rests near yours. He whispers into your ear, "It's so good to have you back, daughter. We have missed you so much. I'm so proud of what you've become and what you can become."
I rolled a 22.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
I will say, you don't find any leech or any star spawn on him.
Okay.
But as you run your hand across his skin with a 22, you feel ridges along his spine that feel like snakes or worms beneath the flesh.
Ew! Disgusting!
Sorry.
I mean,
Mhm.
yeah. I'm gonna relay that to Gormrog telepathically. I'm gonna sort of look at my mother and just apologize for, crushing her throat. So like, sorry about your neck.
The people we were before I'm not surprised, but we hope that you will join us now and we can be a family once more.
It's possible.
We love you.
Is what?
You see the father flash eyes towards you as you say that, Gormrog. You know where to find us, dear. Love you, Finnick. And they kind of grasp hands and step off, allowing you a little bit of space that you've asked for.
I just nod.
So, as the tension slowly diminishes, I'm gonna look around for the rest of the party. I know Tristan's at my side. Do I see Clover? Do I know where Whisper is?
I'm with you guys. I spoke to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Clover's with you.
I wasn't
Whisper
sure
was
if you were
with
like in and out of hiding.
Yell at them.
So yeah, if y'all are right there, to Clover, I'm gonna say, like, do you still see her? I lost her in the crowd.
Wait, who?
Valeria.
Can I perception check?
Roll a percent. Actually, you don't even need to. You could easily search around and see her, that she's just mingling with the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, I see her.
I think it'd be smart to just keep an eye on her the whole rest of the time we're here. I don't trust her.
I think it would be smart to get rid of her altogether, but it's not my decision. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on her.
I think if we could get enough people on our side, that would be a good idea. But if we don't get enough, then it might be a very bad idea, and we'll wind up in cells again.
Oh, where did Joe
I'm still
go?
here. I'm still here.
Oh,
just trying to get
no.
my
You're
camera.
spinning squares for me.
I'm just trying to get my camera to work.
Yeah, so throughout the night, whatever I do, I'm gonna try to just keep tabs on Valeria, so whatever that means, let me know if she goes into another room or something.
Sure.
Or starts assembling an army of slugs. These things creep me the fuck out. Skin is
Same.
crawling just thinking about it. What's Finnick doing?
she is I'm leaned up against the wall, just staring at the floor.
I'm gonna lean against the wall next to her and slowly slide my hand interlocking with hers. Specifically the one that says breathe. And I'm just gonna stand there with her for a minute, 2 minutes, while she breathes, collects herself, and then if it ever gets to the point where the pause and silence gets awkward. So,
When has Finnick never not been awkward?
that's the hope. It's a dance, right?
I mean-
Gala, it's just a fancy word for dance party, right?
Hey, Whisper. You said you've been to a gala before, right?
Yeah.
People usually dance.
Yeah.
There's literally people dancing all around us, and Clover was just dancing like 5 minutes ago.
Just danced. Some guy just asked me to dance. I'm still next to you guys. I know that you're trying to do your whole romance thing. I'm literally like,
Yeah, we're all just right there.
And yes, it's a fancy dance.
Wanna?
Sure. I'm a little rusty, but
And we'll make up our own steps if it gets to that. And I'm gonna pull her off of the wall intentionally to distract her from the stress and start dancing.
Okay. As you two break off to begin dancing, Clover, the halfling that you're familiar with now, the great Chancellor Tybalt, makes his way back over, kind of seeing the tension dissipate for the moment, kind of steps next to you, goes to say something towards you before his eyes turn towards Tristan. Excuse me, sir, have we met before? He kind of puts his hand out towards you, Tristan.
Tristan hesitates. No.
Your last name is not Liga?
And Tristan immediately starts just looking and looks. How do you know
in
that?
charge of all the trade into and out of the city.
I believe I've met your parents several times. A pleasure to meet you. I don't know if we've met. Have we? It may have been a few years since I've seen you. You were but a boy back then, correct?
Tristan immediately goes to look around for Gormy, and he's not around. Then he stares at Clover with a very doesn't know what to do look for 2 seconds, and then looks back at him and then puts himself back together. What is it that you know about my family?
Oh, I do business with them. We run Ironwood into the city all the time, and we trade with them regularly. How I mean, again, you've grown much taller since then. It's a pleasure to meet you. We'll meet you again. How have your parents been? I haven't seen them, but maybe a year or so ago.
And as he goes, Tristan's he's starting to vibrate, and his scales start glowing a little bit, and he's.
Oh, I didn't.
I haven't seen them in a.
In your blood. That's interesting.
I haven't seen them in a long time,
Oh,
nor do I want to at this very moment.
Okay. Well, I apologize for bringing up a sore subject Mr. Liger, I'll leave you to your.
And as he
business.
says that, he flares and he steps forward and then stops.
You see him step back. Like, I truly meant no disrespect, Mr. Liger. I knew your parents, and I wish to be cordial and to the Liger family. I'll leave you to it. Miss Clover, if you care to dance again, I'll be seeing you. I'll be over here. He kind of starts stepping back.
Bye.
And Tristan starts looking around, like he's scanning. He's looking to see if his parents are there. Does he see? Just as he's panicking, he's looking to see if anybody he would know from his family are around.
Roll a perception check for me.
9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, we'll get back to that in a little bit. Clover, what are you doing?
Listen, I don't think he meant anything by it. I don't think he was like watching you or anything. You're okay. Do you want to?
I don't know if we could.
See?
Yes, please. Yes. And he starts his scales start dulling down as she talks in there, and then he's still looking around, just a very, very serious, nervous look on his face.
Clover's gonna grab his hand and start walking towards where they're serving beverages. As she's doing this, she is still keeping an eye out on Ilaria.
Mhm.
But yeah, go and get some hot tea, and then just here you go, and I'll have one too.
I will say, Tristan, as you are looking around, you see another half elf, around your age, wearing very nice, black. I'm sorry. That the blue of the Liger household, that dark blue, wearing that beautiful blue suit with these gold accents. His hair's kind of messy in this I don't give a fuck way. Like, it looks intentionally disheveled. Around your age, and something about him is striking you as familiar.
You okay?
I don't know. I don't know if this is a joke or if this is.
What do you think the joke is?
I was captured, taken, or stolen, or given away. I don't know. And people who would know that are here, and if they know anything, I could find out. But if I don't, but this is not about.
Hey, it's not about you. We can find out multiple things at once. I mean, me, Finnick, Gormrug, and Whisper can take care of what we came here tonight to do, and you can go on your own little mission right here. Don't leave. But you can do what you have to.
I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not leaving you guys. We need to stay with each other. I don't.
So if you want to go talk to that person that you were just looking at, I see everything. Not weird.
And Tristan's gonna look in that direction. He's looking hard.
Okay, roll an intelligence check for me at advantage as you try to recall who this person was.
Oh, fuck. 8. 12.
12. Okay. DC's not high. But as you look at him, he looks a lot like your uncle. And then as you start to connect the pieces, this is your cousin, Doral.
As I make that connection, and then when Clover said to if I want to go walk over, he's gonna put his hand on her hand, and then remove it, take a sip of the tea, and then just start walking in that direction.
Okay. Okay, you make your way over to him. He is currently speaking with a...
What does the rest of Tristan's family speak like? Tristan's been hanging out with barbarians for years. What does his family sound like?
Okay. You walk over and you see him speaking to a human male, this very refined demeanor. He's wearing a lavish doublet of rich velvet adorned with gold embroidery, kind of just showing off his noble lordship through his clothing. You approach, and they kind of remain engaged in conversation with one another, ignoring you in your approach.
I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna just stand like right next to. I'm be like in a very awkward way. Gonna walk up to them and then stand on the opposite side, like not being in the conversation, but making sure that he sees that I'm making eye contact
And they both
with him.
awkwardly start to turn their attention towards you. Something we can help you with? The younger one of them turns towards you and says, your cousin.
Been a long time, cousin.
Do I know you from somewhere?
Has it been that long? You've forgotten me already.
Clearly, who are you?
Does the name Tristan ring any bells?
As you say that, you see his face just drop. If you'll excuse me, if you'll excuse me, Duke Horatio, I have apparently family business I've got to attend to. I didn't realize. Of course, it's a pleasure doing business with you, Doral. We'll speak again. And Doral kind of turns towards you. Is that really you, Tristan?
And I step close, like almost uncomfortably close, and look him dead in the eye. What do you think?
Kind of steps back, his head pulling back a little bit, and he kind of puts a hand up to give you put a little bit of space between the pair of you. Surprised to see you alive. Word on the street was you're dead, so that's interesting to say the least.
Taken. Given away. Who knows? So what is the word on the streets?
Word on the streets, you've been dead.
Well, I'm clearly not dead. I am very much alive. Very much willing to try to find out why the word on the street is that I'm dead and not just missing still. So apparently no one's looking for me.
No, because you just suddenly disappeared from your bed, and then my father said he found your body in the woods, so I don't really know what we to do about that.
Tristan's gonna lean close into his ear. I'm not dead.
Oh, I can see that.
Let them know, whoever's there, whoever's still alive, that they will be seeing me soon. Oh, and so will you. Enjoy the rest of this party.
Okay. You're still kind of
And
weird,
then-
Tristan.
Then just leave and go back.
Kind of sits there, like his hands come up to his sides for a second, like looks around for anyone to fucking sympathize with this sudden accosting he had.
Oh my gosh.
Tristan's gonna walk back and he's gonna sit back down if Clover's still in that same spot. And his face and everything is demeanor and everything looks straight, but his hands and his arms, his legs are shaking.
What was that? What happened? Who was that?
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin?
Apparently everyone at home just gave up on me and I'm dead. And no one's looked for me. So I guess me being missing wasn't a big deal to the business.
Well, what did he tell you? Did he tell you how long you were gone? What happened?
He told me that my great and informal uncle, who I thought was the only person I was going to be able to go back to and get the truth from, found me dead. And that's why the rest of my family and everyone where I'm from believes I've been gone. I have been wondering if I was taken, given away, because I was different. I had no magic. I was the only one. A small part of me thought that I was still being sought after. That maybe everything I'm thinking has been all in my head.
I can kind of relate. I'm so sorry. Clover's just gonna sit there and comfort him. I don't know what else to do. Oh, wait, I'll be right back. Clover's gonna run out onto the dance floor where Finnick and Cormac are dancing. She's gonna say, "May I cut in?" Cormac,
Sure.
we have a emergency. I'm not laughing when I say
What's
this. I'm
that?
just nervous.
What's going on?
Clover's just gonna look at Gormrog, then look at Tristan, then look at Gormrog, then look at Tristan, and then start dancing with Finnick.
Oh,
Long the gaze. Yeah, I got it. I'll be
I will
back.
dance with Clover.
Walking over to Tristan. Hey,
You're here, Gormy.
oh,
My cousin is standing right over there. My
The one with the
family
douchey
is
hair?
here. Yeah, the one whose windpipe looks like it wants to be crushed very seriously.
he looks nothing like you. What the hell?
Everyone thinks I'm gone. No one looked for me. I'm sorry, does
Are
it
you
not make
upset
any
about
sense?
that?
Very surprisingly, yes. All this time, I thought that I was just coming back to destroy everything, knowing that this was that. But the small part of me really thought that maybe this was an accident. Maybe I was kidnapped and they were looking for me. But from what he told me, nope, everyone thinks I'm dead and my body's already been recovered.
Your body? What?
He said that my great uncle, the one I trusted more than anything, the reason I was going to go back to talk to anybody, already found my weak, lifeless body somewhere. Because apparently I'm not strong enough. You see Tristan starting to glow, and he's going back. He's like, no, this is not why we're here. This is Gormy.
Hang on. Let go of your expectations. Focus on what's going on right now. Whether it's why we came or not, it's happening. That's real. You're allowed to have a reaction to what's happening. That's normal. But your great uncle found a body. He thought it was you. And if he's the one you trusted the most, and he was fooled, that would be a good reason to stop looking.
I have to know the
You might have
truth.
been tricked by the rest of the family.
I have to know, Gormy. I
agree. That is something that will need to wait. I don't know that we have the capacity to go all the way back to find out who's doing what and where, to lie to your family, from your family, about your family, to your family. And I'm gonna kind of graze my hand along his arm the wrong way so that it bristles the scales. They're the ones who did this to you. At least some of them are. We found ties to them with the Myriad. You found a new family with me in the Rivermaw. And again here with the Fists of Fate. And given the two dancing right now, I think we're doing all right. I know it hurts.
doesn't
For
hurt
that, I'm
me.
sorry.
That's okay, because then his posture starts to get a little stiffened again. Because after we get done hurting and destroying everyone that is putting Finnick through this, we're gonna go to my home and find out whether they're next. And that's the pain that they'll have to deal with.
I don't know that that's gonna be the next stop. But we can revisit that when we're done here. I think you might find reason to go somewhere else first. But that's not a conversation that I'm going to have with you right now.
Yeah.
That is a plan for later. And I'm not saying you can't go and deal with the Legers. However, that's not you anymore. You're not tied to them. You're tied to me. You're tied to Whisper. You're tied to Finnick. And you're tied to Clover. And even if he is a little grating, we're tied to Bramble Thorn Whisper. And we're tied to Dr. Felix Medoc. And we're tied to the Hexcomb family. And we're tied to Marie Lynn and Rosalind. And everybody there. You've got more people than you realize. And you've got better people than you used to. Hold on to that thought. And maybe go cut in for a dance, you dumb butthead. Pay attention to the world around
you. He's gonna put his side head, or I'm not sure if they sit next to each other or in front of each other, either way, forehead or side, and he's gonna put his head to his forehead and I'm sorry, I'm scrambled in my head right now. You know I wouldn't do anything to compromise what we're doing right now. You know that. I'm
I know
sorry.
you wouldn't intentionally do that, and I forgive you. And I don't know, go eat something or something. Dance a bit. Walk around. Talk to people.
I'll probably go get something to eat. I don't know about the dancing part. I'll let you get some willpower that you can go enjoy the rest of your time, man. I'm gonna just I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna sit here and eat, and I'll be watching everybody. It's okay.
If you're not careful, somebody's gonna think you were raised by a tribe of barbarians or something. Got him to laugh. All right. I'm gonna give him a quick 1-2 punch in his arm. Just to play around, not actually to cause damage. And then I'm gonna get up and offer him a hand. To stand.
Stunning strike.
No. Help him to his feet. And watch him walk towards the food, wherever it may be.
Okay.
And
as Kristen's walking, he's trying to be nonchalant, but he's playing in his, but he's also keeping a very dead eye, very serious on his cousin.
Okay.
Very, very much.
Everyone stop. In this moment, this exact moment, Finnick, what is your character doing? Dancing with Clover still?
Correct.
Where is your attention?
On Clover.
Okay. Clover, what is your character doing, and where is their attention?
My attention is on Ilaria. I was actually going to ask Finnick if she wanted to go start talking to people. But I guess
Sure.
as it stands, I am dancing, and my attention is on Ilaria.
Okay. Gormrock, your attention is on Tristan as he's walking to...
as he's taking his first steps towards the food, my attention was going to shift to the rest of the room.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me.
Just to
And
kind of
Whisper,
transition.
What is Whisper doing in this moment, and where is her attention?
Whisper left after Gormrog and Finnick went to the dance floor. So when Clover turned to ask Whisper if she wanted tea, Whisper was already gone because she didn't want to be in the middle of whatever was happening with everybody. So she went off to the rest of the party, remembering that there's a mission to be had, but not remembering anyone that she's supposed to talk to. She was just looking for important-looking people to start talking to.
Okay. Okay.
I got a 14 perception.
Okay. So hold on to that. Whisper.
Yeah.
I'll say you find someone that looks really important.
Mm-hmm.
You find a half-elven woman, breathtaking beauty, kind of standing in this group of people that are just having conversations with her. She almost seems to command their attention and admiration. She has this long silken hair, this blend of like sunlight gold and moonlit silver that cascades in these soft waves down to her waist. She's wearing this exquisite gown of like these iridescent fabrics that almost seem to shift color with the movements. That almost like that with the light from above kind of shines against the floor, creating these shimmering hues. She's got this intricate silver embroidery on her bodice that layers of gossamer in her skirt that just give this like, again, this otherworldly presence. She has these deep emerald green eyes that you could see the intelligence behind them as she glances across the room and all the people that are kind of occupying her time in this moment. And as you kind of approach, you see her attention turn towards you as she's surrounded by a lot of people that she's kind of just entertaining in this moment. She puts a hand out. Pleasure to meet you, dear. My name is Constance. What is your name?
Hello. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Whisper.
Whisper, what a delightful name.
Thanks. You look like you are a lady of importance.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but some might.
There's danger coming to Vasselheim, and I'm here to warn you.
Okay. Well, I'm from Wildmount.
They could be there too.
Oh, well, let's certainly hope not. Constance Sylvia, by the way, my name. The pleasure to meet you.
I love everything about this.
I'm just Whisper.
Oh, that's such a strange and unique name. I love it so much. So, what assistance can I provide for you, Whisper?
So I'm not really seeking assistance. I think we're more just warning people because there's two very dangerous bad guys coming to Vasselheim, and they are probably gonna leave behind lots of ruin and death because they've already destroyed cities over in Western and where I am from. And they're coming here next. So I'm just trying to warn people.
Okay. Well, as I said, I'm from Wildmount, so I am a baroness from the area, so maybe I could help some way. Though I am here as a guest of my fiance, though I'm not sure what. Perhaps you've heard of it. It's the Lager Lumber Company. Perhaps they are able to assist you in some way.
Okay. Jem obviously knows that. But would Whisper put two and two together?
Roll an intelligence check for me. You've heard
Depends.
the
Do you
name before,
remember-
though, if you remember in this moment.
Yeah.
Do you remember meeting Polaris and
Yeah.
catching that caravan with him?
Yes. I think
Because
I
that was
think
on the
Whisper would
caravan.
remember. I rolled a 9, but I do think she
Yeah.
would remember, especially because of the Polaris adventure. Oh. And what's your fiance's name?
Oh.
You said from the Lager Lumber Company?
Yes,
What's their first
I'm
name?
actually engaged. She kind of points over to this messy-haired half-elf. I'm actually engaged to him, Doro Alexandria.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much. She kind of flashes this large engagement ring on her finger.
Wow, it's pretty. Well, you asked how you can help. You can help by saying danger is coming. If anyone needs proof, they could talk to Pike. And I'm gonna keep talking to people. But congratulations. I hope you have a beautiful wedding. Bye.
Pleasure to meet you, Whisper. I'll spread the word as best I can.
Thank you.
Of
I'm already
course, dear.
walking off.
I'm involved in the Liger Corp. Oh, bye.
Yeah, because I don't know what to say to that. That seems like messy family things I don't want to be involved in.
That,
Oh, yeah.
as you walk away from that, Gormrog, as you look
Mhm.
around, you see Whisper engaging in a conversation with someone, beautiful, half-elven woman. And as
Sure.
Whisper begins to walk away, you see her attention begin to scan the room, looking around the various individuals that are accosting her in this moment that she is kind of giving
Yeah.
barely the time of day to.
Mhm.
And as the attention scans and sees a half-elven gentleman making his way towards the dining hall, you see her attention shift as the glass she held in her hand drops to the floor, shattering, echoing across the hall. You see her hand kind of raise up to her mouth that's trembling. You see the tears instantly beginning to well up in her eyes. It's this mixture of disbelief and overwhelming emotion kind of fill her
Constance?
chest. Yes, this is Constance. You see...
For a second, I thought you said Whisper was reacting like this.
No. You see her mouth
Okay.
form the words Tristan.
Mhm.
And you see the tears fall from her face. And that's where we're going to take a break.
You fucker.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I didn't
that
Deb didn't put
Constance.
2 and 2 together with the name.
It
Yeah.
took me a second. I'm like, oh, Constance, that sounds familiar. Oh, wait, Constance.
Mhm. Yep.
Fuck.
I'm
Okay.
heartbroken that she's beautiful. Okay.
I think
You're
the word he
beautiful
used
too.
was breathtaking.
So we're going to jump
Jesus
to our
Christ.
break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you everyone who's come in today. I don't know what to say. Does anyone have anything to say to all these people that are coming in and asking questions? Because I don't know what to say.
We'll
What
be right back.
questions?
I don't know. This channel came up in the suggested channel for the queer tag. We have
Hell
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
a
us.
ton of
Hi.
queer creators on here, and we are really happy that you came here to see all these amazing creators. I don't know.
Yes, we'll have more info about other stuff that we do at the end of the show.
Yeah,
but-
stick around.
And
to the
happy
end of the show.
Pride.
Happy Pride, yes.
Yes,
I'm overwhelmed. This is emotionally taxing for me. So,
for you.
yeah. We'll be back in a few minutes. Love you, geeks. See you soon. Oh boy, we're back. I'm stressed. I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
Yeah. This is hard for me too, guys. It's a lot of emotional investment on my part. So, as you all hear the glass suddenly drop and shatter to the floor, you hear a lot of the room, like in the immediate area, begins to go quiet in this moment. Tristan, your attention turns as you hear the glass shatter, and you see a woman that you were engaged to, that you had grown to love over time.
It's too dark.
She stands there now, a vision of radiance before you. And you hear, just barely audible over the sound of the room, I thought you were dead.
Person starts to like just in that moment, everything happening, literally everything shuts down, and he instinctively just starts walking towards her, not even paying attention to what's going on. He just starts walking towards her.
She steps towards you, her gown like blowing behind her, as the crowd kind of parts between the two of you. Her pace slow at first, and she kind of begins to run as you get closer and closer, and her arms open wide, and she throws them around you. You feel the tears instantly pouring on your shoulder.
And he, in that moment, he embraces, and like in the moment where everything else in the world doesn't matter in the moment, just what's happening in this very second, and he fully gives in for a good maybe 5-6 seconds, and then instinctually then just stops it, and reality kicks back in, and he lets go and kind of like pushes her away.
And she gets pushed away a little bit.
Not hard, just kind of like, yeah.
As you step away, you see the hurt instantly cross her face.
Yeah.
What? How are you here?
He's looking. He starts. He kind of looks over his shoulder on both sides, stops, and he's looking there, and then he. Is that really you?
You see her like wipe, and as she wipes, you see the mascara just kind of gets smeared across her face as she wipes the tears from her eyes.
Which hand is she using?
What?
Which hand is she using?
Her left hand. And you see the giant rock cross across her face. She wipes her. And she just nods.
What are you doing here? What?
Wait, I'm with. And you see her notice the ring on her hand again for a moment as she begins to speak. I'm here with Doral. Wait. What are you here for? Why are you, how are you here?
I'm here with my family.
Your family's in Wildmount. You're dead.
And then when she says the family's in Wildmount, in something I guess she's never seen before, then his eyes flash reptilian really quick and then go back to normal, but just very, very instant.
You see her like grip her hand and almost step back for a half a.
Yeah. I'm not dead. Clearly. But I was told that our great uncle let everyone know they found my seemingly lifeless body. And everyone assumed I was dead, and now no one, and he puts a big emphasis, no one came looking for me.
Oh, back your corpse. He showed it to us. It was you. I don't. If I'd have known, I would never have.
Person's going to take an insight check.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
She's very emotional in this moment, and you kind of have an idea, like you've seen her enough as a child that you know, kind of her tells, and in this moment, you don't seem to pick up any tells that she's lying.
I'm guessing everything at home is the same.
I mean,
Business as usual. Because you're clearly... And he points, like gestures towards her hand.
she kind of looks at the ring again. And after you died, and she says it, and you could see like the confusion that she even says it now. Your parents, they were in mourning for years. Your uncle took care of things as best he could, since with them in mourning. I don't know how I don't know. I still don't understand how you're alive. I've seen your body, Tristan. You see her get emotional again in this moment. She kind of relives all these old scars begin to get reopened. The fresh flow of tears begin to pour down her face.
Tristan goes to go for a gesture to go to start comforting her, then stops and pulls his hand back. I was, after the night that we vowed that it was just us against the world, I woke up chained, imprisoned, and tortured.
Tristan kind of reaches a hand out to touch your chest.
He allows it.
And as she touches you, you see the tears just start to pour down her face again. You see her whole body rack as you see her knees begin to wobble underneath her dress. She begins to fall down to the ground in front of you.
And as she goes to fall, he'll catch her before her knees actually hits the ground.
And she kind of pulls close to you, supporting her body weight against you.
I've been waiting for someone to come look for me. Well, I was waiting for someone to look for me for a long time until I realized that no one was.
if I would have.
I found.
I never would have stopped looking. I would have spent every dollar I have to find you. Every coin. I would have traveled the world myself if I could. Kind of,
No, it was.
as you support her weight now, she wraps her other arm around you and just kind of leans against you.
Interesting there. He's again kind of falling into the moment, and something he's been thinking about for a long time. And then after a good couple seconds again, he just very slowly kind of pulls her apart.
As you push and press her apart, you see on the figure of your cousin in your peripherals as he kind of has made his way over in this moment.
So then it's the second time that she'll see Tristan's scales start to glow and his eyes go a little. He doesn't go into it, but his eyes start kind of flickering and shining back and forth between reptilian and normal.
Is everything okay over here?
I'm gonna also
goes-
cross over. If there are people joining this intimate moment, I think Gormrog would definitely be there for his brother.
So
You see Doral's attention kind of look at you for a moment, sizing you up.
we have my brother and family, Gormrog. Gormy, this is Doral, my cousin, and his wife to be, Constance. We were just finishing up here.
As you say that, Constance fucking balls. Instantly just starts crying more.
I've reached my hand out to shake Doral's hand, but
He reaches a hand out and
my
shakes
jaw's
yours.
just open and I'm looking at Constance just like,
The grip that Doral gives you is intentionally stronger than it should be.
whatever.
Right.
That's not the tea. It's a pleasure to meet you both. My name's Gormrog. I'm from the Rivermaw tribe and the Cobalt Soul, and now the Fists of Fate. The Rivermaw tribe and I are the ones who found Tristan and helped him recover and grow and move on.
As you say move on, Constance, she just kind of reaches up and grabs her chest, like just gripping this space in front of her, or in front of her heart, and just, excuse me, and she just starts making her way out from the gala.
I'm gonna turn my attention to Doral
He stays
and
his attention on you two.
Tristan's been through a lot. I imagine you have as well.
I don't really know what Tristan's been through. I mean, we all thought he was dead, so I don't appreciate him coming here though and making my fiance cry. Tristan has his own issues, so
This guy's got balls, Jesus.
Tristan's gonna kind of ball down. He's gonna kind of cut Gormy off. He's gonna go, hey. He's gonna put his hand on Gormy's chest. Hey, let's it's a party, right? We're having a good time. We're trying not to let everyone we should allow this we should let him go and handle, go and take care and make sure that his wife to be is properly taken care of.
Yeah, I should know that.
Yeah, and then he goes as he puts his hand off of Gormy and then puts both hands on his shoulders and kind of squeezes a little bit of Doral.
His eyes
Don't forget what I told you before. And I get close again. Don't forget what I told you before. Except, and he looks over at where Constance is walking away. Things have changed.
They certainly have, Tristan. You see him kind of just pull from your grip and begin to follow after Constance.
Tristan turns and then doesn't pay any mind to anyone and just goes as quickly as he can to whatever exit is around.
Well, the nearest one will be the one Constance is leaving through.
Ah, shit. He's gonna just go and he's gonna find a secluded area to be by. He's gonna try and get outside. He just wants to be outside.
All right, you give enough time and distance, and you let Constance and Doral make their way out before exiting and finding your own secluded space outside.
So Tristan stopped me from reacting to something by using his presence of mind in the moment. I think that terrifies me more than anything else we're going through right now.
There.
Tristan's gonna be out, and whenever he gets outside, he's gonna find just an open area with maybe a tree or just something extremely solid, and look to see if anybody's looking, and then he is going to go into a full rage.
Okay.
And try to turn whatever. I'm gonna go for whatever the biggest stone or tree or whatever he could find, the biggest, strongest structure of anything, and start trying to turn it into rubble.
All right. Roll a strength check at advantage for me.
$22.
Okay. As you rage, you feel the scales kind of encrust up your arms and encasing both your hands now as they turn into these draconic claws. You see your scales kind of flash a variety of colors, the entire chromatic spectrum of blues and reds and greens. You just begin bashing against this rock, and you feel your hands, each time you slam against it, you see the rock shatter a bit, and you feel your hand shatter in turn. As you take 12 points of damage as you begin bashing against this rock, your hands shattering with each blow, but you keep slamming against it, eventually reducing it into this. There's still a boulder there, but the entire top half has just been shredded into this rubble. These rock shards just exploding out with each hit as you've gotten down into the meat of the rock. And it's at this point, Gormrog, you make your way out there, following closely behind as he is. You see the blood explode with each hit as his hand is progressively destroyed more and more with each impact.
I'm gonna get my distance for a minute.
He's gonna, after going as hard until there's nothing left before, he's gonna realize, he slowly doesn't really care, but realize he's doing damage. He's gonna just, for the first time in who knows how long, especially himself, with letting anything in, he just drops down and goes into a hysterical tearing cry.
That's when I'm gonna walk over. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna ask anything. I'm just gonna walk over and I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. I'm gonna squat down next to him.
He's in a
I'm gonna pull him into a
blubbering
hug.
mess, and every breath he takes, his breath in scales glow, and breath out they go back to dull, and back in glow. It's a rage cry.
Yeah, but he needs it, so I'm not gonna stop it.
Tristan,
Just gonna be there for him. Let him know it's okay to cry.
Tristan, roll a d6 for me.
Ew.
You feel this energy build up in your chest as you're experiencing all these emotions, and your scales. Gormrog, you notice this more than anyone else. They almost seem to vibrate for a second with this blue shimmering energy. They almost seem to turn blue momentarily, all of them at once, as it kind of cascades up his arms and into his chest, and you see it all form glowing blue for a moment before it dies down, almost absorbing into his chest. And Tristan, you almost uncontrollably are unable to stop it as it explodes out of your mouth, this lightning bolt, shattering the rest of that rock in this moment, as this burst of electricity explodes outwards, slamming into the rock you were attacking previously.
Bless you.
What was that?
Lightning?
Or me, I don't think I can handle this. I'm not ready for this. This is the thing I've been waiting for. I do nothing but wonder what was going to happen if this ever happened. What was going to be, and I want to erase it. I want it gone.
You will go. The past doesn't work like that. Sometimes shitty things happen to good people. And sometimes when you're gone for 2, 5, 10 years, people make changes to their lives without you. That's not her fault. You can't blame her for that.
I don't blame her. I don't know who I'm supposed to blame. Then Tristan kind of sits back. He just, after leaning forward, talking while leaning his shoulder, he just kind of puts his body weight back and sits back, crosses his legs.
Yeah, I'm gonna shift and just keep my arms around him.
This is not how it was supposed to happen.
There is no supposed to. It's just what is.
We finished the mission, right? That's what's important, is the mission.
You're important too. And yeah, I would like to finish the mission, but like when problems happen in the middle of executing a plan, you change the plan. When we went off to chase after Whisper, we were in the middle of a plan. We had things we wanted to do, and she needed to stop her brother. We changed the plan. Now we got more stuff cropping up. We can change the plan. We're probably going to have to pay for this boulder. These are fancy people. This was a nice boulder. And you turned it into rubble. We'll put it on Citron's tab. It's fine. The point is that you're allowed to have emotions about the stuff that's going on around you, Tristan. Like, nobody expects you to be able to handle this with any degree of grace. You're somebody who's focused all their life into channeling your rage. You've been stoic and calm till the moment you're not, in which case you're a force of tempest and anger and rage and destruction, and you've done well to channel that in the directions you've needed to. We just gotta point you in the right direction. Let you feel the rage. And say, go. It's just about timing and direction. But it's okay to let this out. You don't need to know what to do. I don't know what to do. That's why we're coming here for information. Find out what to do. This is true for everything. We need information. We need to know what to do, where to go, who to talk to.
We have to win.
It's not always winning. Sometimes you do the right thing every time and you still lose. That's just life. But you gotta keep moving forward. You can't stop.
He looks up. Don't know what it is, brother, but every time I'm ready to turn this world into rubble, that thing you do with all that book learning, all those words, you know how to use them, so apparently it's working.
Yeah, my mentor at the Cobalt Soul called it using your wise mind versus using your emotional mind. Both are important. Can't just rely on one. Now scream.
Houston goes, he stands.
Ah! Let me hear you. Ah!
He stands up and he
Loud as you
goes. He starts and he's like, he's in kind of a half laugh and.
Say it with your chest.
And then everything glows and his fangs grow and his eyes glow completely almost bright orange yellow, and he lets off a straight up Super Saiyan scream that I don't know how far it can be heard, but it's loud.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Like, I'm ready to handle anything that comes in front of us, and glad that I have you guys to keep me stable. The mission's
stable.
The mission's important. Keeping them safe is even more important.
Yeah.
I will do what I can to compartmentalize everything, and we will figure this out.
I'm sure there'll be many more discussions if you wish it.
Two things. Gormrog, after
Mhm.
Tristan makes that scream and his body is transformed more into this draconic state, as he finishes that scream, those features do not regress.
Oh,
They are now
Yeah.
permanent, as he has taken the next step in transforming.
well,
So, what is Clover doing during this time?
Okay, awesome. So, uh, we all know Clover has ginormous rabbit ears. She pretty much heard that entire conversation. She knew exactly what was going on. She was clenching Finnick's wrist for a while until Finnick switched to holding her hand, which was very sweet. But when Constance stormed off, Clover actually let go of Finnick's hand and went after Constance.
Okay.
Wait, Clover, where are you going?
She doesn't respond. She's leaving.
A bitch.
Okay. I'll say as you exit out into the night air, easy enough for you to catch up to Constance. But you approach her from behind as she is making her way off into the shadows of the night, kind of not into like an alleyway, but down the street, trying to gather a little space for herself in the cold evening air of Vasselheim.
You okay?
She kind of turns to look towards you. This like look of "Why are you bothering me?" across her face. Not you in particular, but like just being upset in the moment, as emotions are kind of overwhelming her. I'm fine.
Here. Clover's gonna reach into her backpack and pull out a handkerchief and hand it to her.
She kind of looks for
Your
a moment
makeup a little bit.
before reaching out and taking it. She just begins to pat her face with it. Thank you.
Your Constance. Thank you.
Yeah, do I know you?
No, but I've heard about you. I'm one of Tristan's friends. There's a little group of us.
As you say Tristan's
he's
name
talked
again,
about
just
you.
instantly starts bawling again.
Wild that you guys both ended up here tonight.
I didn't expect to see him.
He was gonna come looking for you, you know.
You say that, you see her eyes just shut, and she just feels like the pain like a knife in her chest.
I heard you run away after he said that he moved on, but he didn't mean from you. I just thought you should know that.
as you say that, you hear footsteps kind of approaching you from behind as a half-elven man, this messy hair and this dark blue blazer kind of approaches from behind, stepping past you, probably a little too close, almost with the intention of pushing you out of the way, though he doesn't actually make contact with you. Kind of steps up next to Constance, kind of loops his arm around her waist, kind of as he does, you see her weight instantly shift to like put all of it on him in the moment.
Well, it was nice to meet you both. I hope your night gets better. I'm gonna run back. I'm suddenly scared.
Okay. As you run back, there's a brief moment where Doral begins to say something, but doesn't as you turn to run away.
I suddenly realize I'm like outside. It's dark. I don't know these people, and I don't want to be here anymore.
But you make your way back, and you see, as you're making your way back, you see this bright flash of blue light coming from somewhere by the front of the gala event. And as you kind of get a little closer, you see Tristan and Gormrog having a conversation.
I completely ignore that. That's a whole different conversation. I'll go back in. Remember that I'm supposed to keep my eyes on Ilaria, whatever her name is, and try to do that.
Okay. So, as you all make your way back inside, you have the evening now to try and make connections. What has Whisper been doing this entire time?
Well, when the glass dropped, right after she stopped, like, talking to this girl, she would have stopped and turned around and, like, just awkwardly stood there while that whole thing happened. So she's caught up, but still confused at who Constance is. So when everyone ran off and it's just Finnick left there, Whisper's gonna finally go to Finnick and be like, what? I'm so lost.
I couldn't really overhear the conversation. I'm assuming, because I don't have that high of passive perception. But if that's who I thought it was, it's very complicated.
She's marrying someone in Tristan's family.
If I'm correct, I think that might be his ex-fiance.
A realization will hit. So this whole time, everyone's outside doing that whole thing, probably catching up with Finnick.
Okay.
But at some point, I would probably be like, we need to go, like, make more connections. And, like, here, let me introduce you to a few people and walk around to the people that I know.
All right. Getting
Make some more introductions.
Getting
back on track.
Right. Okay. You have.
I'm sorry. Just before you jump on that ladder, I'm not doing. Does Constance go back inside as? Because I'm gonna end up going back when we go. And does she also go inside too? Back inside.
Constance doesn't return for the rest of the evening.
Okay. All right.
And neither does Doral. Just point of order.
Which is good because you look kind of draconic permanently.
So, that too. What did you say that what is permanent in the transformation?
Everything you do when you shift is now permanent.
Okay, so my eyes are permanently draconic, and my fangs are permanently long, and all that.
Yep.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And your
so that's gonna be
snout
right.
and your tail and your wings and
no wings,
the horns and
no horns, no tail, no wings, no horns,
7 legs. And...
Okay. I will say, go ahead and roll a d20 for me. Whoever wants to start looking for people to talk to.
I'll do it.
Take it. Guys, 1 second.
Yeah, you will.
For 17.
17. Okay.
Oh wait, is it perception?
No, just a
Or-
d20.
Okay, 17.
All right. 17. The first person you approach, you see what you gather to be some sort of nobleman, human. He's got this like gleaming armor that kind of with these radiant symbols kind of etched across it. This stern look on his face. He's got this graying hair on the sides with this dark black on top. It's kind of like creeping into it. You make your way over to him and introduce yourself. Good evening. My name is Grandmaster Aldrich. It's a
I
pleasure to meet
completely
you.
missed the name you cut out.
Aldrich.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Aldrich.
Aldrich. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure's all
Grandmaster
mine,
Aldrich.
dear. What is your name?
My name is Finnick, with the Fist of Fate.
Pleasure to meet you, Finnick from the Fist of Fate. What are
And
you doing here on this
I'm
evening?
Whisper.
Whisper.
Oh, and this is Whisper, also with the
Delightful.
Fist of Fate.
Delightful.
But we have
You
come
heard
to
about
the
our Lord and
gala.
Savior.
We've come to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Your carriage's extended warranty. But we've come to the gala tonight to request aid for an incoming threat to Vasselheim and possibly all of Exandria.
Okay. Well, what kind of threat is this?
And then I'll just give the rundown of Sammy and Raynor
Okay.
and like the shit they did in like Westrun and in Whitestone.
And I'll add
the
sound
fact-
effects.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Roll a persuasion
And,
check
you
at
know-
advantage thanks to sound effects.
Cool. Just for safe measures guidance.
Okay.
Because I rolled 2 natural 20s.
All right. Well,
Holy
this is
shit.
definitely gonna work.
But with persuasion, that's gonna be a 25 with
Okay.
guidance.
Dang.
Well,
I'm taking a picture of this.
Yeah.
do we have? Of course. I mean, it's basically my job to ensure that we can protect against threats like you've described. What kind of information do you have? I'm sure we can disseminate it to the various guards and people throughout the city to deny them entry into Vasselheim at the very least. If the very most, if they decide to sneak in, we can subdue them or.
So the one that is approaching Vasselheim at this current moment in time is Sam Mayor, who has the Earth Blade, and like I give him the rundown of that situation. But we know that her husband Raynor is at the what's the fucking place called? The
Iron
Throne?
Seat Throne? I think that's what it's called.
That place. Yeah, I'm trying to give him like a detailed but like abbreviated rundown of the whole situation. Like, these people are crazy. They have blades made from primordials. They are trying to release the primordials back onto this world and are causing destruction and havoc wherever they go.
Yeah,
They've
very
already
strong.
destroyed 2 cities.
Yeah.
Well, that certainly concerning. Fortunately, that's my job. So, you said your name was Finnick from the Fist of Fate.
Correct.
How can I assist you in your battle against them? Because I'm assuming this isn't where this ends. Of course, we'll protect the Titan here if this is what their end goal is, but how else can I assist you in your...
Well, they are, as well as gathering like pieces of the Titans to finish the blades, they're also after the other elemental blades.
Okay.
So We have a member of our party who already has 2 of them, but there are still 2 more out there.
I give you a look at that, like a side eye.
I don't like look at Whisper. I don't like make any inference that it's her.
I mean, how much concern do we have about these other blades? Do we know? I mean, you've said that these 2 are making deals with these primordials. Can we trust your friend? Have they been corrupted by this?
They have not. They have true interests at heart, and we are trying to protect them ourselves.
With all due respect, Finnick, what kind of assurances can you give us
In what regard?
to your friend's purity or incorruptibility? Or, I mean, these are the primordials we're speaking of. The
They have
entities that the gods fought against. Or they think a mortal can stand up against their influence.
Long ago, there was a guardian who guarded all 6 of the blades. And it is our goal to protect them ourselves.
Goal.
We have dealt with corruption or the threat of corruption in the past, and we have triumphed over that. We have found ways to ensure that that is not a possibility.
Roll another persuasion check for me, Finnick.
It's not at advantage, is
No.
it?
No sound effects this time.
That is going to be an 18 total.
I appreciate your loyalty to your friend, but I have concerns about these blades.
Of course, we don't need any. Oh fuck! I lost my train of thought. CC lost her train of thought. Shit.
That shit's gone.
Attention gone. The Fae have it. It's fine.
We're taking good care of it.
It is just at our best interest that the part of the Titan that lies in Vasselheim does not that does not fall into the possession of Samayanor or
Well-
her husband.
Rainer.
Right. I'm getting there, Gormrog. Thank you.
Don't know what you lost. I'm just trying to help.
Well,
It is just we want to protect the city and prevent them from causing any more destruction.
that being said, I will definitely increase guards at the Titan that stands now in the middle of the city. Though, whoever your friend is, I would appreciate if they could turn those blades over to us so we can protect them a little bit more than they may be able to protect out on the road as you try and defeat these ne'er-do-wells.
These blades have gave us these blades have actually greatly assisted in our help of preventing any further harm from them, because we do not know whose hands these blades might not fall into. Knowing each other very closely, it is in our best interest that we keep the blades.
With all due respect, under this temple lie a multitude of artifacts that, were they to fall in the wrong hands, would cause destruction each on their own. I think your 2 blades would do well better there.
But granted that there are also other individuals in this city that are looking to gain great power, those artifacts might be at risk. And I want to side eye sort of gesture to any person of the Inquisition.
I want to watch his face when Finnick makes this comment, looking for any surprise or recognition or see how he reacts to
Roll
this
an insight
comment.
check for me, Whisper.
Yeah.
I would also like to
Sure, go
insight
ahead.
check him.
I would also. No, I'm just kidding.
You're not here. 17.
Okay.
I can do
15.
math.
15. Okay. With a 17, as you kind of motion towards one of the Inquisitors that are in the general area. His attention kind of following your subtlety. He himself turns attention in that direction before turning his attention back towards you. He's not the easiest person to read in this moment. He's pretty well trained in keeping a straight face. So, you're unable to draw a lot of information. You don't sense neither enrapture or disgust from it.
That's cool because I can subtle spell detect thoughts.
Okay. Does he have to roll anything for that?
If I'm just getting the
happens.
surface thoughts, no.
Okay. Okay, so as you dive into his mind, as he looks across, you just hear, well, that's fair.
So we are just keeping the city's best interest in mind.
Isn't that the hope of all? And his eyes kind of shift there for a moment back in that direction.
Well, it seems like we also might have some other business to take care of while we are here. If that is something that you are interested in as well.
In what way?
As I sort of look back over at the Inquisitor.
Okay. You still reading his mind?
Yeah. It lasts for a minute.
As you suggest that, you hear the suspicion arise in his mind. As he tries to gauge where you're at, whether you're trying to play him in this moment.
I'm not trying to play him. I'm just trying to be like, yo, we hate them. I'm trying to see if you hate them too.
Roll a persuasion check.
We can
for me.
both.
At disadvantage because he is
Disadvantage?
he has a lot of
Nice.
trauma because of the Inquisitors.
Hey, I do too.
That's
Fucking
listen,
copycat. Oh, that's so sad. One of those was a natural 20. What was it? Persuasion?
Yeah.
14?
I'm not
Wait,
quite sure what
15.
you're speaking of, dear. I simply wish to ensure the safety of Vasselheim and deal with the supernatural threats that threaten us.
Oh, we can always take it one step at a time. Yeah.
That would be nice.
So, just preparing the borders for the threat that approaches. And at the Titan.
We can do that. I will make sure to spread the word amongst the rank and file using the descriptions you've given me. It was a pleasure to meet you, Miss Finnick, Miss Whisper.
You as well.
Shake his hand.
He also gives the location where you can make contact with him should you need to make contact with him in the future.
Okay. You're going to have to send me his name again so I know how to spell it.
Yeah, I'll send that to you guys.
Was that Captain Marcus or Curtis?
Grandmaster something.
That was Grandmaster
Flash.
Aldrich Lightbringer.
Flash.
Aldrich
Aldrich.
Lightbringer. He was not on our list.
He was not.
Okay. I'm just
Um,
continuing to play this game
Sure.
as the night goes on.
Does anyone else want to do anything in this time? Go ahead, Gormrug.
Well, Taz, you go first. You're muted.
R.I.P.
You got He called you. You can go first.
No, go Tess.
Yeah, but I've done a lot today. You do some.
Yeah, we had a whole scene with them. You're up.
Okay, well, I want to do something different than this, but first, do I actually get my eyes back on Ilaria when I get back in there?
Roll a perception check for me.
My perception's plus 11 now. That's nice. 19.
Yep, you see her.
You said plus 11?
And she's just chilling and kind of
Just-
doing her thing.
Just mingling.
Okay, so Clover's gonna, like, suddenly remember this, like, weird little whisper that she got from Whisper. And Clover would like to kind of dip out of the main gala rooms and go sneak around the building looking for artifacts.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
shit.
Oh no.
I don't like that face!
Something he was not prepared for.
Oh. We can wait till next week.
That is going to be
Only
a
like
next week
20
thing,
minutes.
but I want to see how far along this line you get before we get
Oh
there.
no.
Shit.
So first, am I able to make contact with Whisper? Wait, I'm gonna hit my foot against the wall and say, "Ow! I stubbed my toe."
I perked up
Oh. Everybody snaps to attention.
in the middle. I'm in the middle
Well,
of a
I really
conversation. I'm like,
I'm just when Whisper looks at me, I'm just gonna look
Yeah.
at her with a knowing look, and then I'm gonna hide.
that was the emergency phrase. Finnick
Yeah,
was like,
no. Weird.
at attention.
I
Uh-huh.
thought like maybe Gormrog and Tristan were still outside or something. I don't know.
If that's the case, I'll pull back.
But yeah, I mean, I made eye contact with Whisper and then I hid
Okay.
under a table or
I'm
something. I
confused
don't
with what's
know.
happening
Whatever
now.
was it.
Roll a stealth check for me, I
can
guess.
answer, so. What did you say?
Roll a stealth check for me.
Oh shit, I dropped it. I have another d20 though. Oh yeah. This one more. That was a 30.
Damn,
Damn.
she gone.
Yeah. You make eye contact with me, and I go to come to you, and you're gone.
Gone.
Like,
Disappears.
no.
It's like a cartoon.
Gone,
Someone crosses in
gone,
front of your
gone,
vision and she's gone.
gone.
Yeah,
There was
but
like
I
a
think you're in
server
danger.
pushing a bar cart. There was like a server pushing a bar cart, and I like hid inside of it.
Yeah, just
So
disappears.
I'm on a little journey now.
All right. All right. As you jump into this bar cart and you are brought back through the mess hall into the kitchen area where they are preparing this food, you kind of slip your way out and begin to navigate through the hallways. With a 30 stealth, I don't even know what to do with you.
That's not scary.
I mean, it takes you a bit of time, so this is going to be what you're doing for the rest of the evening, just so that's clear.
Okay.
All right, because you don't know where to go, so you start navigating these hallways
true.
and start. You know that there is a vault underground. That's the information you have. So you start searching through. Roll a investigation check for me, and this is going to see how long it takes you to find the right path.
Okay, investigation is plus 9. So
Rogues,
that is
ma'am.
an 18.
With
Oh,
in short order, you find this set of staircase behind a door that it seems a little bit more intricate in its design. But actually, let me back up a little bit. You find a door intricate in its design that's a little bit more heavily fortified. As you go to open it, it is locked.
That's fine. First, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put my ear up against the door to see if I hear anything on the other side.
Roll a perception check for me.
Right.
29.
You hear the faintest shifting of armor pretty far away from the door, but it seems like it's echoing up from somewhere below.
Okay. I'm gonna unlock the door.
Go ahead and roll a lockpick check for me. It's a dexterity plus your proficiency bonus for your lockpick
Sleight of
tools.
hand?
No, you're using your lockpick tools, correct?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So dexterity plus your proficiency bonus.
It's still what, +7, +8, +40?
I'm waiting for when
Oh,
Clover just dips out of existence on a high enough stealth roll.
Oh, plus, I'm like,
Also to the
so
Feywild.
stupid. I was looking at 18, like, how do I roll an 18? No, it's a +4. Okay. +4. That is a 21.
Actually, not high enough.
Unstoppable. What?
Okay. I'm gonna try again.
Okay, if you're running the risk of breaking your lockpicking tools if you try again and fail, though, just as a heads up.
That's fine.
Okay, so you try first, and you dip your tools into the lock, and you begin to turn. You hear your tool bend in the lock, as this is a very complicated lock, and you gathering that from the door that this is what's beneath here is heavily guarded, and this is a very intricate lock.
I'm just gonna look around me really quick. There's no one behind me or anything.
Roll a perception check.
Bro, it's gonna be another like 27.
I'm so sorry. 25 on perception.
Damn.
And then
Gross,
hell yeah,
dude.
16 plus. Hold on. +4. 24 for my lock picking check.
Okay. So
That's
I have if you miss it by 1, you'll still succeed, but there's also a failure point to it. So the DC was 25. So you technically fail, but because it's only within 1, your lockpick snaps inside the lock as you get it twisted and open. So you hear it click open, but your lockpick is destroyed. So you will need a new lockpick
That's
reset.
such a good roll. That's such a good roll.
I love that. Stealing that.
Okay, so as you open the door with your high 25 perception, you do hear armored footsteps approaching your current location from the hallway you're in.
Is it like a thin, like a narrow hall, like a stairway or?
As you open the door, it opens up into this very wide staircase, probably about 20 feet wide in total.
Okay.
But as you enter in, you kind of shut the door behind you. You are still currently invisible?
I'm invisible for an hour.
Okay. You start making your way down the staircase, invisible.
Slowly on one side.
Roll a stealth check for me at advantage, just because we're in a very tense situation here.
I love advantage on stealth. We're only one different. 25.
Okay. You begin making your way down the staircase, and with your perception, you hear the door behind you open up, and you hear the voices of guards shouting, "There's a lockpick! Someone's entered in. There's tools broken in the door handle."
Here we go.
Moving faster.
You start moving down those stairs, and you hear footsteps starting to run down the stairs behind you.
I'm running.
As you kind of curve the last bit of stairway,
I'm running, and then I'm gonna Misty step 30 feet ahead of myself.
Okay, you misty step down, making your way to the bottom of the staircase, and as you kind of appear down there, that does drop. That's technically another spell that should drop your. If you take an action,
It's not a concentration.
No, but taking an action though
But yeah,
to cast a spell.
Which
drops your
invisibility is it?
Listen, Joe, that's fine. I admit that I fucked up.
I will roll an intelligence check for me.
I'm terrible at
I
intelligence.
know. That's why I'm leaving this up to a roll.
but you're a
Smart.
rogue.
I'm not very smart, hence why I just broke my concentration to move faster.
Oh
That was a 15.
Okay, I'll say Clover knows enough about her own spells that she wouldn't do that. So if you want to take that back, you can.
You would know that it would break invisibility.
Right.
would she still Misty Step?
Right.
That's the question, isn't it? How far ahead can I see?
I mean, you see down the
The person
staircase,
that
it
was
kind of
coming-
curves a bit. You
person
know
that
you've
was
heard
coming in my
armor down there.
Yes, and he was coming in my direction. I was going in his direction. Where is he? Do I see him yet?
I think you're misunderstanding. You heard, when you first listened to the door, you heard armor rattling down the stairs. You also now, since you broke into the door, hear armor running down the stairs behind you.
Yes.
Okay.
Did
But
she
you said
pass
that
the guy that
armor
was coming
I
up?
heard down
No
the
one's coming
steps-
up. You didn't hear anyone coming up. You just heard guards down there.
Okay, you said that I heard it coming in my direction.
Yeah, from behind you.
From behind.
Oh.
Oh,
So there's two directions.
Yeah.
for you. Okay.
So the people in front of you are not coming towards you. People behind you are.
Okay.
But you are rushing into a scenario where there are guards down there.
Yes. Okay, I understand now. I thought the guard was coming up, and I was like, that's why I was like, I'm staying on one side of the staircase. Okay, so how much further down does the staircase go that I can see?
That you can see, it's about 10 feet before it starts to curve, and you gather, based off your hearing, just how far you heard it, there's probably another 10 feet left after that curve.
Okay, I'm gonna keep running. I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna rabbit hop. That's gonna give me an extra 10 feet on top of my dash.
Okay, easy enough. You run down the stairs, jumping down towards the bottom, and as you kind of land, roll a stealth check for me one more time as you are jumping.
Oh, that was my
Jumping
lowest
with-
stealth yet. 19.
As you land,
Mhm.
as you land, you see this massive double door of pure platinum. It's the iconography of the platinum dragon is laid out across it, and it kind of comes to it in the center of it. The center of the door is the platinum dragon's head with its mouth wide open. You see the keyholes in the center of its mouth. You see built into the wall these two large dragon statues, their heads kind of pointed directly at the staircase entranceway, and you see this bit of smoke pushing from their mouth, and you get the sense that this is traps. You see two guards dressed in full platinum guard armor. As they hear of your footfall, instantly you see two pikes point down in your direction.
That's very cool.
And you hear the footsteps approaching you from behind, and you hear one of them call out, "Intruder!" And
I feel like you set me up.
I need you to go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
That's my specialty.
Yep.
Hold on. See my features.
Damn you, Spider-Man. You set me up.
Oh, this is great. I'm gonna go pick up the dice that I dropped before because that's my favorite dice, and I feel like I need my favorite dice for this.
Your comfort dice.
Fair enough.
This is the
We all
first
have
dice
one.
I ever commissioned, and it has served me well. Okay. What did you want me to roll? A dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Plus 10. 26.
And with your evasion, you take
And I
0
have
damage
evasion.
as one of the guards slams a tile next to him with his pike, and the two dragon heads blow flames directly into the entranceway of the staircase where you are. Without even questioning, they hear the call of intruder and instantly start pumping flames into this space. You just barely are able to roll forward, kind of in the space between the two guards now. They're unable to hear you thanks to the sound of the flamethrowers blowing in the space.
I should be dead.
But that is where we're going to leave Clover for the evening. What are the rest of you guys doing in this time?
Tristan. Oops, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Tristan.
Just a not a long thing, just small. Tristan's gonna when after that, and then Gorman goes inside. Does he notice that everything is kind of like his face is? Because he usually feels when he's in rage. Does it feels like he's in a rage, or is it just?
You feel a slight shift in your face. It just kind of feels tense in the moment. It just a natural tension in your face, and you almost write it off because the emotional roller coaster you've been through for the evening.
Okay. All right. It's gonna just then that, yeah, right.
Finnick and Whisper, what are you guys doing?
When I'm assuming I heard the call, the ow, my toe. I lock eyes with Clover. I turn to Finnick. Finnick hears the call too.
Yeah.
So I turn to you and then I point, and we head to where Clover was.
Gone.
Yeah. So we don't see. Clover's in danger.
I don't know where she went.
Did she get taken?
I mean, what did you see? You saw her and then
She said she stubbed her toe and she looked right at me and then she was gone. Is that what happened to you?
no. When I was taken, I went willingly to
Do you think
protect
the
you guys.
Inquisition got her?
I'm gonna cast Sending to Clover.
Smart.
I heard the signal. Where are you? Are you okay? Or, okay is one word.
Yeah.
Please keep me informed. I don't know where you went. You can respond to this message.
This is going to
Sincerely,
be right
Finnick.
around the time when you're picking that lock, just as a heads up.
That's why you broke the first
Yeah.
pick.
Suddenly there's a
Gee, thanks.
intrusion in your mind as you snap the lock.
Do I think this? This is I think back
It's
when
a
she hears it.
yeah.
Following Whisper's orders. That's
Good.
all.
I
That's
just
probably
sort
the
of
most
turned my head
horrifying
down at
words ever
Whisper.
said.
I just slowly turned to look down at Whisper. I'm like, what did you tell her to do?
And I'm like, it's like the image where I'm like going back through all of the conversations we've ever had. And then I think to the
Geometry just floats in front of you.
I think to the conversation we just had with that guard guy, and he's like, oh, we've got a bunch of fancy stuff here in this vault. And I'm like, ding, light bulb moment. Oh. Remember when we were looking for the blade that I now have, that the little girl had?
Yeah.
Remember when I found out information about where it could be in the city? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't wait for you to answer. I was told that there was a bunch of magical items and fancy things and potentially dangerous things here. And I told Clover about it, and I said once we found out that the party was going to be here, I was like, let's run away and see if we could find the blade and some other fancy rich stuff that we could steal. And well, we have the blade now, but that's probably where she is.
So even though we have the blade, you still thought it was a good idea to...
Well, we didn't check in since getting the blade on the plan. But there's probably still some cool stuff there to steal.
Why would we steal when we could just talk to Citron?
I think Clover's upset.
I get that, but she is currently putting herself and frankly the rest of us in danger by doing this.
I kind of know how that feels. I did the same thing, didn't I?
Yes,
We gotta
but
help her.
you weren't stealing from a very high-ranking temple in Vasselheim.
No, I just stole from you and ran away, and
Yeah.
we gotta help her.
How? I
Follow her? Ask
I-
to see the vault? Make friends? I don't know. Break in ourselves? Cause a distraction? Blow the place up?
with the amount of distractions that we have already caused this evening, I don't know if that would be in our best interest, but I do appreciate your ideas. Give me a minute, please.
Yeah,
And-
as long as you promise to do something, that we're not just gonna wait for her to get caught or killed.
I just need a breath of fresh air, and then I will be back inside. And I go outside.
And you're leaving me alone.
I need a minute.
Okay.
Uh,
What are Gormrog and Tristan
oh my
doing?
I was
They just see me storm fucking past them outside.
well. I was going to ask if I could find the Archmage Thelina.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Damn. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let Clover go first. I've been doing it. She's just off on her own solo mission, about to just set everything on fire. It's fine. Just
To be fair, I told you so.
you did. You did. And I said no. That's on me. That's absolutely on me. So yeah, I'm gonna look for the Archmage Thelina of the Cobalt Vault.
Okay.
And I'm gonna initiate the conversation about the blades and the coming danger and
All right. We'll get to that next week.
Um,
What are you doing, Tristan?
Tristan is, and just to be very clear, this was what I was planning on doing before this was all happening. Tristan's going to go look for Clover, but he was already. That was what I was going to say. I was going to do before all of this, just to make sure that's very clear.
Oof.
That's what I was. He was going to make sure he was going to
must
check
really
himself.
like the taste of his own toes.
What are you trying to do?
Tristan?
Yeah, what is Tristan trying to do?
Tristan's after I was going to say the one thing I was so quick about checking his face and all that. You said he was going to go look for Clover.
Okay. Yeah, you
But
can't
instead,
go-
that was what I was going to do before. Yeah, that was. So I don't know. He's clearly not going to find her.
Right. All right.
You'll find Whisper pacing back and forth, looking like he's up to something.
Yeah, as you kind of enter back in, Finnick walks past you to get outside. Gormrog makes his way over to make another connection, and you see Whisper just kind of tensely pacing back and forth.
So she's going to take a second and okay, and then he's going to go to Whisper. Like he's going to whisper and like, "Hey, I don't know. I know everyone's dancing and everyone. Do you know where Clover is?"
Yes, she's
I
in
said the same
danger and we
something
have to help her. Yes, she's in danger and we have to help her. Time is of the essence.
Wait,
And I just had a conversation with him saying sometimes you need to shift the plan.
wait, we're in danger?
Clover is. And it's partially my fault, but only partially. I don't know if you
And-
understand what time is of the essence means.
And that's where we're gonna call for the night.
Thank God. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Are you sure we can't just keep going?
I didn't know how crazy it was gonna be.
Okay.
I feel like I should be dead. Evasion is very, very strong.
To keep it very clear, I'm not metagaming. I was not trying to go and find her after all this. This was what he was going to be doing when he went to go back inside. Yes, that's.
It's so funny.
All right.
What else we got going on, guys?
Yep. What else we got
Next
going on?
week we have QPD on Wednesday.
What is QPD for the new people?
For the new people, QPD is Queer and Present Danger. It is a high fantasy homebrew D&D campaign made by me with an all-queer cast. We air every other Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. Western, Pacific, whatever the fuck. But it's a very fun game. It's pure fucking chaos, but it's a great time. Damiano is a part of it. I'm the one running it, and we have a few other amazing cast members on it. So I would greatly appreciate if you would tune in to watch.
Let's see. You can also catch me this Thursday playing Daggerheart on Records of the Realm, where we're raising money for a LGBTQ charity. I don't know which one. They told me.
Pride charity stream.
But I have brain damage and I can't remember. You can
check out Records of the Realm and all their socials for more information on that.
Yep, and you can check my social too. It's on there. I reposted it. I just don't remember anything.
That too.
Also, next week we have no Forging Fates. We have no spell shots. We have Queer and Present Danger. And then Thursday, I'm interviewing Grace, the musician, TTRPG nerd. She's super awesome. I'm going to interview her for Investigation Check. And I'm going to start promoting Investigation Check. If you know anyone or are someone who's a geeky creator and want to get interviewed by me and tell your backstory and let us dig into what made you a geek, hit me up. We can schedule you in and we'll dive into your backstory like some creeps.
Yes, and also please join our Discord if you want to connect with us.
Yeah, I think I have a command for this. Discord.
Yes.
It works. Look at that.
Yay.
Let's see. Stick around for the raid. Jem, is there anywhere people can catch you next?
Yes. And I'm just making an announcement that we are taking a hiatus. I'm taking a hiatus from running Goodberry for the summer while I deal with some life things. Otherwise, Goodberry Cafe would be normally next Monday. But we should be returning with that monthly indie TTRPG show back in September. We're looking like at the moment. And where you can catch me next is on the Winter's Tale channel. I am a member of Castleton, the Hunger Games Bridgerton crossover mega event that's being held with over 100 creators on the Winter's Tale Twitch. The first episode just dropped this Saturday. I'm not in that episode, but I will be in a future episode. But the first episode is absolutely crazy. Everyone is competing for their perfect match in this year's matching season at the castle, and it's gonna be intense. We've got some really great creators there, and the DM AJ is wonderful. Definitely worth checking out. But I'll be in a future episode with my character.
I have a question for you, Jem. Do you need to watch each episode, or is it like episodic? Can I jump in whenever, or do I need to watch the whole campaign?
So it'll probably make sense if you watch the whole campaign, but there are different parts and different groups in each episode. So this episode is 5 hours, and I think it had 5 different groups of players. Each episode is going to start with a gossip news segment from one of the demigods, which is going to cover like what's Good Morning Castleton and cover what's happening and all of the craziness. So episode 1 starts with that. Each episode is going to start with that kind of a recap. Can you believe this is happening with the princes? Blah, 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 blah. to help keep everyone in the loop. It's really good.
Okay. All right. And we'll post those links in our Discord, and I'm sure, Jem, you've got that on your social media as well.
Mhm.
And do you want to just shout out your socials for everyone if they want to, for the new people?
Yeah, you can catch me everywhere at Jamboree or on Instagram at Gemaginative. And all my links are on there too.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to announce? Did I miss anything?
Last thing, we do have new merch in our shop. So we have a bunch of new stuff for Pride. We finally have a Queer and Present Danger shirt, as well as all of our other merch that we have had in the past. So like Whisper leggings, Finnick jacket, Clover tote, as well as classic Forging Fate stuff. So make sure to check that out. But that is all I have.
Okay. Taz, do you have anything? Are you appearing anywhere? I know we talked. You said you were thinking about doing some stuff.
You know what? No, but since we're all doing stuff, I'll say something. So,
Yeah.
if anyone here has heard, if any of our watchers has heard of the trans empowerment movement, they have a Tiltify campaign going on right now, where instead of just donating, which you totally should do, you can actually get things in exchange for your donations. And I am offering a 30-minute backstory writing session in exchange for a $20 donation. So if you go to their Tiltify and type in my name, that'll come up. And yeah.
Awesome. I didn't know you were doing that.
That's
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
I haven't announced it yet.
Awesome. Oh, well, fucking premiere.
Well, I guess I just did. Congratulations, y'all were the first to know.
All right. So thank you so much to Mr. Shikadance, Famarian Colon. Okay. Thousand Face TTRPG for the raid, and Shikadance for the follow and the subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We're gonna hop off. We're gonna go to a raid, so stick around for the raid. I got nothing else. If you guys got nothing else,
No.
love you.
We'll see you next week.
Good night.